Question: What was the immediate cause of the First War of Independence in 1857? Option A: the imposition of heavy taxes. Option B: the greased cartridges rumor. Option C: the doctrine of lapse. Option D: the introduction of English laws. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is the greased cartridges rumor. The immediate cause was the rumor that the cartridges of the new rifles were greased with cow and pig fat, which offended both Hindu and Muslim soldiers. Question: What policy did Lord Dalhousie implement that contributed to the revolt? Option A: Doctrine of Subsidiary Alliance. Option B: Doctrine of Lapse. Option C: Permanent Settlement. Option D: Mahalwari system. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Doctrine of Lapse. The Doctrine of Lapse allowed the British to annex Indian states if the ruler died without a natural heir, leading to widespread discontent among Indian princes. Question: Which Indian soldier is famously known for initiating the revolt by killing a British officer? Option A: Rani Lakshmi Bai. Option B: Mangal Pandey. Option C: Bahadur Shah II. Option D: Tatya Tope. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Mangal Pandey. Mangal Pandey is known for his act of rebellion against British officers, which sparked the larger revolt in 1857. Question: What was the British response to the revolt in terms of governance? Option A: Reinforcement of the East India Company. Option B: Transfer of power to the Queen. Option C: Increased taxation. Option D: Withdrawal of troops. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is transfer of power to the Queen. After the revolt, the British government took direct control of India from the East India Company, marking the beginning of the British Raj. Question: Which of the following was not a cause of the First War of Independence? Option A: Political discontent. Option B: Economic exploitation. Option C: Cultural renaissance. Option D: Military grievances. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is cultural renaissance. While political, economic, and military grievances were significant causes, a cultural renaissance was not a direct cause of the revolt. Question: What was one of the effects of the First War of Independence? Option A: Establishment of a democratic government. Option B: End of the East India Company's rule. Option C: Immediate independence for India. Option D: Formation of the Indian National Congress. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is end of the East India Company's rule. The revolt led to the dissolution of the East India Company and the establishment of direct British rule over India. Question: Which of the following kingdoms was annexed due to the doctrine of lapse? Option A: Mysore. Option B: Jhansi. Option C: Maratha. Option D: Bengal. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Jhansi. Jhansi was one of the kingdoms that came under British control due to the doctrine of lapse after the death of its ruler without a natural heir. Question: What was the British perspective on the 1857 revolt? Option A: A freedom struggle. Option B: A sepoy mutiny. Option C: A civil war. Option D: A religious war. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is a Sepoy Mutiny. British historians referred to the 1857 revolt as the Sepoy Mutiny, viewing it primarily as a military uprising rather than a national struggle for independence. Question: what declaration did the Queen of England make in 1858? Option A, to promote Indian independence. Option B, to accept agreements with Indian kings. Option C, to impose stricter laws. Option D, to withdraw British troops. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to accept agreements with Indian kings. The Queen's declaration accepted the agreements made by the East India Company with Indian rulers and aimed to stabilize governance in India. Question: which of the following was a military cause of the revolt? Option A, poor pay and conditions for Indian soldiers. Option B, introduction of new weapons. Option C, lack of training. Option D, overseas deployment. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is poor pay and conditions for Indian soldiers. Indian soldiers faced poor pay, lack of promotion opportunities, and unfavorable conditions compared to their British counterparts, leading to dissatisfaction.
Question: which session of the Indian National Congress declared Purna Swaraj? Option A, Lahore Session 1929. Option B, Calcutta Session 1920. Option C, Lucknow Session 1916. Option D, Bombay Session 1885. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is Lahore Session 1929. The Lahore Session of 1929 declared Purna Swaraj or complete independence as the goal of the Congress. Question: in which year was the Indian National Congress established? Option A, 1885. Option B, 1906. Option C, 1920. Option D, 1942. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is 1885. The Indian National Congress was established in 1885, marking the beginning of organized political activity in India. Question: who is known for the drain theory? Option A, Mahatma Gandhi. Option B, Dadabhai Naoroji. Option C, Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Option D, Subhash Chandra Bose. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Dadabhai Naoroji. Dadabhai Naoroji introduced the drain theory, which argued that British rule was draining India's wealth. Question: what was the main demand of the Quit India movement? Option A, complete independence from British rule. Option B, self-governance. Option C, economic reforms. Option D, social equality. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is complete independence from British rule. The Quit India movement, launched in 1942, demanded an end to British rule in India and complete independence. Question: who led the Salt Satyagraha? Option A, Jawaharlal Nehru. Option B, Mahatma Gandhi. Option C, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Option D, Subhash Chandra Bose. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi led the Salt Satyagraha in 1930 as a non-violent protest against the salt tax imposed by the British. Question: what was the outcome of the partition of Bengal in 1905? Option A: increased unity among Indians. Option B: formation of the Muslim League. Option C: widespread protests and eventual reversal. Option D: establishment of a separate state. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is widespread protests and eventual reversal. The partition of Bengal in 1905 led to widespread protests, and it was reversed in 1911 due to the backlash it created. Question: who was the first Prime Minister of India? Option A: Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Option B: Jawaharlal Nehru. Option C: Gandhi. Option D: Subhash Chandra Bose. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Jawaharlal Nehru. Jawaharlal Nehru became the first Prime Minister of India on 15 August 1947 when India gained independence. Question: what was the main purpose of the Round Table Conferences? Option A: to discuss the partition of India. Option B: to negotiate constitutional reforms. Option C: to promote communal harmony. Option D: to plan the Quit India movement. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to negotiate constitutional reforms. The Round Table Conferences were held to discuss constitutional reforms in India and the future of British rule. Question: which movement was launched in response to the Jallianwala Bagh massacre? Option A: Non-Cooperation Movement. Option B: Civil Disobedience Movement. Option C: Quit India Movement. Option D: Swadeshi Movement. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is Non-Cooperation Movement. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre in 1919 led to widespread outrage and the launch of the Non-Cooperation Movement in 1920. Question: who is referred to as the Iron Man of India? Option A: Mahatma Gandhi. Option B: Subhash Chandra Bose. Option C: Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Option D: Bhagat Singh. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is known as the Iron Man of India for his role in unifying the country post-independence. Question: who was the last Governor-General of British India? Option A: Lord Mountbatten. Option B: C. Rajgopalachari. Option C: Wavell. Option D: Linlithgow. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is Lord Mountbatten. Lord Mountbatten was the last Governor-General of British India, serving until India gained independence in 1947. Question: which movement led to the formation of Karnataka? Option A: Satyagraha. Option B: Linguistic Movement. Option C: Freedom Struggle. Option D: Civil Disobedience. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is linguistic movement. The formation of Karnataka was a result of the linguistic movement that aimed to unite Kannada-speaking areas. Question: what was the main challenge faced by India after independence? Option A, economic growth. Option B, communal riots. Option C, foreign relations. Option D, environmental issues. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is communal riots. One of the main challenges faced by India after independence was managing communal riots and tensions that arose from the partition. Question: who was the first Prime Minister of India? Option A, Mahatma Gandhi. Option B, Jawaharlal Nehru. Option C, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Option D, B.R. Ambedkar. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Jawaharlal Nehru. Jawaharlal Nehru became the first Prime Minister of India when the country gained independence on 15 August 1947. Question: what year was the Indian Constitution adopted? Option A, 1947. Option B, 1950. Option C, 1956. Option D, 1963. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is 1950. The Indian Constitution was adopted on 26 January 1950, marking the transition of India to a sovereign republic. Question: which state was the first to be formed based on linguistic lines? Option A, Mysore. Option B, Andhra Pradesh. Option C, Karnataka. Option D, Gujarat. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh was the first state to be formed on a linguistic basis in 1953, following the recommendations of the Fazal Ali Commission. Question: what was the status of Goa before it became a state? Option A, Union Territory. Option B, Princely State. Option C, part of Portugal. Option D, Independent Nation. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is Union Territory. Goa was a union territory after being liberated from Portuguese rule in 1961 until it became a state in 1987. Question: what was the primary reason for the partition of India? Option A, economic differences. Option B, religious tensions. Option C, political disagreements. Option D, colonial policies. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is religious tensions. The partition of India was primarily driven by religious tensions between Hindus and Muslims, leading to the creation of two separate nations. Question: what was the role of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel in post-independence India? Option A, First President. Option B, Integration of Princely States. Option C, Leader of the Opposition. Option D, Prime Minister. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Integration of Princely States. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel played a crucial role in the integration of princely states into the Indian Union after independence. Question: when did Pondicherry become a union territory? Option A, 1947. Option B, 1963. Option C, 1971. Option D, 1987. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is 1963. Pondicherry was declared a union territory in 1963 after being liberated from French colonial rule.
Question: what year did World War II begin? Option A, 1937. Option B, 1939. Option C, 1941. Option D, 1945. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is 1939. World War II started on 1st September 1939, when Nazi Germany invaded Poland. Question: who was the leader of the Nazi Party in Germany? Option A, Benito Mussolini. Option B, Joseph Stalin. Option C, Adolf Hitler. Option D, Winston Churchill. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler was the leader of the Nazi Party and played a central role in the events of World War II. Question: what was the estimated number of Jews killed during the Holocaust? Option A, 2 million. Option B, 4 million. Option C, 6 million. Option D, 8 million. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is 6 million. It is estimated that approximately 6 million Jews were killed during the Holocaust. Question: which country did Germany invade to start World War II? Option A, France. Option B, Poland. Option C, Czechoslovakia. Option D, Austria. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Poland. Germany's invasion of Poland on 1st September 1939 marked the beginning of World War II. Question: what was the primary ideology of the Nazi Party? Option A, communism. Option B, fascism. Option C, socialism. Option D, liberalism. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is fascism. The Nazi Party's ideology was based on fascism, which emphasized intense nationalism and racial supremacy. Question: what were the Nuremberg laws? Option A, laws promoting democracy. Option B, laws restricting Jewish rights. Option C, laws for economic recovery. Option D, laws for military conscription. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is laws restricting Jewish rights. The Nuremberg laws were anti-Semitic laws enacted in 1935 that restricted the rights of Jews in Germany. Question: what was the main reason for the outbreak of World War II? Option A, economic depression. Option B, territorial expansion. Option C, political alliances. Option D, all of the above. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option D, which is all of the above. The outbreak of World War II was influenced by economic depression, territorial expansion by Axis powers, and complex political alliances. Question: what was the role of Joseph Goebbels in Nazi Germany? Option A, military leader. Option B, Minister of Propaganda. Option C, Foreign Minister. Option D, Chief of Police. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Minister of Propaganda. Joseph Goebbels served as the Minister of Propaganda in Nazi Germany, responsible for spreading Nazi ideology and propaganda. Question: who was the Prime Minister of Italy during World War II? Option A, Adolf Hitler. Option B, Winston Churchill. Option C, Benito Mussolini. Option D, Franklin D. Roosevelt. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is Benito Mussolini. Benito Mussolini was the Prime Minister of Italy and a key ally of Hitler during World War II. Question: what was the total estimated death toll of World War II? Option A, 20 million. Option B, 40 million. Option C, 60 million. Option D, 80 million. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is 60 million. The total estimated death toll of World War II, including both military and civilian casualties, is around 60 million.
Question: which treaty is not mentioned as a landmark agreement to check the nuclear arms race? Option A, Strategic Arms Limitation Treaty, SALT. Option B, Partial Test Ban Treaty. Option C, Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty, CTBT. Option D, Treaty of Versailles. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option D, which is Treaty of Versailles. The Treaty of Versailles is not related to nuclear arms control. It was a peace treaty that ended World War I. Question: what does disarmament aim to achieve? Option A, increase military power. Option B, reduce or eliminate armaments. Option C, promote economic inequality. Option D, encourage terrorism. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is reduce or eliminate armaments. Disarmament refers to the reduction or elimination of armaments to prevent an arms race and promote global peace. Question: what is a common target for terrorist attacks? Option A, government offices. Option B, remote rural areas. Option C, private residences. Option D, nature reserves. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is government offices. Terrorist attacks are often aimed at government offices and other high-profile locations to maximize fear and publicity. Question: which of the following is a consequence of economic inequality? Option A, increased social harmony. Option B, enhanced global cooperation. Option C, social unrest and conflict. Option D, universal access to education. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is social unrest and conflict. Economic inequality often leads to social unrest and conflict as disparities in wealth create tensions within societies. Question: which country is mentioned as a supporter of anti-terrorism efforts in the region? Option A, Pakistan. Option B, Sri Lanka. Option C, Bangladesh. Option D, Nepal. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Sri Lanka. India has assisted Sri Lanka in restraining terrorist activities, showcasing its commitment to combating terrorism in the region. Question: what is the significance of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights? Option A, it promotes economic inequality. Option B, it prohibits all forms of government. Option C, it guarantees fundamental human rights. Option D, it encourages colonialism. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is it guarantees fundamental human rights. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights is significant because it outlines the fundamental rights and freedoms that should be guaranteed to all individuals. Question: which of the following is not a feature of terrorism? Option A, use of explosives. Option B, targeting civilians. Option C, promoting peace. Option D, maximizing fear. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is promoting peace. Terrorism is characterized by violence and fear, not by promoting peace. Question: what role does India play in the context of human rights? Option A, India denies human rights. Option B, India champions human rights. Option C, India ignores human rights issues. Option D, India promotes economic inequality. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is India champions human rights. India has consistently championed the cause of human rights, advocating for their protection both domestically and internationally. Question: what is the main reason for the arms race according to the text? Option A, to promote global peace. Option B, to ensure national security. Option C, to increase economic growth. Option D, to support terrorism. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to ensure national security. The arms race is often driven by nations seeking to ensure their national security, leading to increased military expenditures and tensions.
Question: when was the United Nations Organization, UNO, established? Option A, 1945. Option B, 1948. Option C, 1950. Option D, 1960. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is 1945. The UNO was established on 24 October 1945, after the end of World War II. Question: what is the main purpose of the General Assembly of the UNO? Option A, to maintain international peace. Option B, to discuss and make recommendations on international issues. Option C, to enforce international laws. Option D, to manage the UN budget. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to discuss and make recommendations on international issues. The General Assembly serves as a forum for all member states to discuss and make recommendations on international issues. Question: which of the following is not a principal organ of the UNO? Option A, General Assembly. Option B, Security Council. Option C, International Monetary Fund. Option D, International Court of Justice. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is International Monetary Fund. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, is not a principal organ of the UNO. It is a separate international financial institution. Question: which agency of the UNO focuses on health issues? Option A, UNESCO. Option B, FAO. Option C, WHO. Option D, UNHCR. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is WHO. The World Health Organization, WHO, is the specialized agency of the UNO responsible for health issues. Question: how many permanent members are there in the Security Council? Option A, 5. Option B, 10. Option C, 15. Option D, 20. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is 5. There are 5 permanent members of the Security Council: the USA, Russia, Britain, France, and China. Question: what is the main focus of the Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO? Option A, promoting education. Option B, improving health. Option C, fighting hunger and malnutrition. Option D, protecting human rights. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is fighting hunger and malnutrition. The FAO aims to combat hunger and malnutrition and improve agricultural practices worldwide. Question: what is the role of the Economic and Social Council, ECOSOC? Option A, to maintain peace and security. Option B, to promote social progress and better standards of life. Option C, to oversee the UN budget. Option D, to mediate international disputes. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to promote social progress and better standards of life. ECOSOC is responsible for coordinating the economic, social, and related work of 15 UN specialized agencies. Question: which document is considered a significant achievement of the UNO in promoting human rights? Option A, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Option B, the UN Charter. Option C, the Geneva Conventions. Option D, the Paris Agreement. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, adopted in 1948, is a landmark document in the history of human rights. Question: which of the following is a key objective of the UNO? Option A, to establish a world government. Option B, to promote international cooperation. Option C, to enforce military actions. Option D, to control global trade. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to promote international cooperation. One of the key objectives of the UNO is to promote international cooperation among nations. Question: Where is the headquarters of the United Nations located? Option A, Geneva. Option B, New York City. Option C, Paris. Option D, London. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is New York City. The headquarters of the United Nations is located in New York City, USA.
Question: What is a mob? Option A, a permanent assembly of people. Option B, a temporary assembly of people around a common interest. Option C, a group of people with a specific goal. Option D, a type of organized protest. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is a temporary assembly of people around a common interest. A mob is defined as a temporary assembly of people who gather around a common interest without any expectation or planning. Question: What is collective behavior? Option A, behavior of individuals in isolation. Option B, behavior of a large number of disorganized people coming together. Option C, behavior that is always organized and planned. Option D, behavior that is only seen in mobs. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is behavior of a large number of disorganized people coming together. Collective behavior refers to the actions and behaviors of a large number of disorganized people coming together, often in response to a specific event or provocation. Question: Which of the following is an example of a riot? Option A, a peaceful protest. Option B, a gathering for a concert. Option C, a violent and destructive assembly of people. Option D, a community meeting. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is a violent and destructive assembly of people. Riots are characterized by violent and destructive behavior, where individuals engage in chaos without a specific aim. Question: What is the primary goal of women's self-help groups? Option A, to create competition among women. Option B, to empower women socially and financially. Option C, to isolate women from society. Option D, to promote male dominance. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to empower women socially and financially. Women's self-help groups aim to empower women both socially and financially by providing them with opportunities for collective action and support. Question: What does the Karnataka Women Empowerment Program focus on? Option A, promoting male leadership. Option B, helping women live independently. Option C, reducing women's participation in development. Option D, encouraging women to stay at home. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is helping women live independently. The Karnataka Women Empowerment Program is designed to help women live independently and participate actively in social and economic development. Question: What is the role of self-help groups in rural areas? Option A, to discourage women's participation in the economy. Option B, to provide opportunities for economic and social development. Option C, to create divisions among women. Option D, to promote urban migration. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to provide opportunities for economic and social development. Self-help groups in rural areas aim to provide women with opportunities for economic and social development through collective efforts. Question: What is a key characteristic of riots? Option A, they are always peaceful. Option B, they have a specific goal. Option C, they involve chaos and destruction. Option D, they are organized events. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is they involve chaos and destruction. Riots are characterized by chaos and destruction, often lacking a specific goal or aim. Question: which of the following is not a form of collective behavior? Option A, mobs. Option B, riots. Option C, self-help groups. Option D, public opinion. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is self-help groups. Self-help groups are organized and purposeful, while mobs, riots, and public opinion are forms of collective behavior that can be disorganized. Question: what is the main purpose of environmental movements? Option A, to promote industrial growth. Option B, to protect the environment and raise awareness. Option C, to encourage pollution. Option D, to support deforestation. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to protect the environment and raise awareness. Environmental movements aim to protect the environment and raise public awareness about environmental issues and pollution. Question: what is the significance of mutual trust in self-help groups? Option A, it leads to competition among members. Option B, it fosters cooperation and collective action. Option C, it isolates members from each other. Option D, it discourages participation. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is it fosters cooperation and collective action. Mutual trust is essential in self-help groups as it fosters cooperation and collective action among members to achieve common goals.
Question: what is one of the main reasons for child marriage? Option A, lack of education. Option B, high income. Option C, access to health care. Option D, strong community support. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is lack of education. Lack of education is identified as a primary reason for child marriage, as children who do not attend school are more likely to marry early. Question: what is a consequence of child marriage mentioned in the text? Option A, increased educational opportunities. Option B, stunted holistic development. Option C, improved health outcomes. Option D, greater community involvement. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is stunted holistic development. Child marriage stunts the holistic development of children, leading to various negative outcomes. Question: which act prohibits child marriage? Option A, Prohibition of Child Labor Act. Option B, Child Marriage Prohibition Act. Option C, Dowry Prohibition Act. Option D, Right to Education Act. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Child Marriage Prohibition Act. The Child Marriage Prohibition Act specifically addresses and prohibits child marriage. Question: what role do child marriage prevention officers play? Option A, encouraging child marriage. Option B, preventing child marriage. Option C, promoting dowry. Option D, Supporting child labor. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is preventing child marriage. Child marriage prevention officers are designated to prevent child marriages and can take action against them. Question: what is a common social evil associated with marriage in India? Option A, education. Option B, dowry. Option C, employment. Option D, healthcare. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is dowry. Dowry is a social evil associated with marriage in India, leading to various forms of exploitation and violence against women. Question: what is one of the ill effects of dowry? Option A, increased self-respect for women. Option B, domestic conflicts. Option C, better family relationships. Option D, higher education levels. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is domestic conflicts. Dowry can lead to domestic conflicts and animosity between men and women. Question: what is a suggested solution to prevent child marriage? Option A, encouraging early marriage. Option B, implementing education development programs. Option C, promoting dowry. Option D, reducing school attendance. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is implementing education development programs. Implementing education development programs is a key solution to prevent child marriage by keeping children in school. Question: what is the legal age for marriage mentioned in the context of education? Option A, 16 years. Option B, 18 years. Option C, 21 years. Option D, 25 years. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is 18 years. The text mentions that families usually do not marry off girls until they reach the age of 18 if they are educated up to class 10. Question: what is one of the effects of child marriage on health? Option A, increased maternal mortality. Option B, improved nutrition. Option C, better healthcare access. Option D, lower disease rates. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is increased maternal mortality. Child marriage is associated with increased maternal mortality and health risks for young girls. Question: what is the toll-free number to report child marriage in Karnataka? Option A, 101. Option B, 1098. Option C, 100. Option D, 108. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is 1098. The toll-free number to report child marriage in Karnataka is 1098.
Question: what type of soil is most suitable for growing cotton? Option A, sandy soil. Option B, black cotton soil. Option C, clay soil. Option D, loamy soil. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is black cotton soil. Black cotton soil can hold moisture, making it ideal for cotton cultivation. Question: which of the following is a kharif crop? Option A, wheat. Option B, paddy. Option C, barley. Option D, mustard. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is paddy. Paddy is grown during the southwest monsoon season, classifying it as a kharif crop. Question: which state is the largest producer of paddy in India? Option A, Punjab. Option B, Uttar Pradesh. Option C, West Bengal. Option D, Andhra Pradesh. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is West Bengal. West Bengal is recognized as the largest paddy producing state in India. Question: what is the main purpose of growing commercial crops? Option A, sustaining local consumption. Option B, earning profit. Option C, cultural practices. Option D, soil conservation. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is earning profit. Commercial crops are primarily grown for profit, often in large holdings. Question: which of the following factors does not influence cropping patterns? Option A, natural factors. Option B, economic factors. Option C, social factors. Option D, weather forecasts. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option D, which is weather forecasts. While weather can affect crop growth, it is not a direct factor influencing cropping patterns like the others listed. Question: what is the temperature range required for wheat cultivation? Option A, 0 degrees Celsius to 5 degrees Celsius. Option B, 10 degrees Celsius to 15 degrees Celsius. Option C, 20 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. Option D, 30 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is 10 degrees Celsius to 15 degrees Celsius. Wheat requires a temperature range of 10 degrees Celsius to 15 degrees Celsius for optimal growth. Question: which crop is primarily grown during the Rabi season? Option A, cotton. Option B, paddy. Option C, wheat. Option D, maize. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is wheat. Wheat is a major Rabi crop, sown after the monsoon season. Question: what is the significance of black soil in agriculture? Option A, it is rich in nutrients. Option B, it retains moisture well. Option C, it is easy to plow. Option D, it is found in coastal areas. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is it retains moisture well. Black soil is known for its moisture retention capabilities, making it suitable for certain crops like cotton. Question: which of the following is not a factor affecting land use? Option A, population density. Option B, climate. Option C, soil type. Option D, fashion trends. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option D, which is fashion trends. Fashion trends do not influence land use, while the other options are significant factors. Question: what is the term for utilizing land for purposes other than agriculture? Option A, net sown area. Option B, fallow land. Option C, land use. Option D, grassland. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is land use. Land use encompasses all purposes for which land is utilized, including non-agricultural uses.
Question: what is bauxite primarily used for? Option A, production of gold. Option B, production of aluminum. Option C, production of copper. Option D, production of iron. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is production of aluminum. Bauxite is mainly used in the production of aluminum metal. Question: which state in India is known for having significant coal deposits? Option A, Madhya Pradesh. Option B, Uttar Pradesh. Option C, Jharkhand. Option D, Punjab. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is Jharkhand. Jharkhand is one of the states in India that produces the largest amount of coal. Question: what type of energy source is solar energy classified as? Option A, conventional. Option B, non-conventional. Option C, exhaustible. Option D, fossil fuel. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is non-conventional. Solar energy is classified as a non-conventional energy source because it is renewable and not exhaustible. Question: which mineral is referred to as black diamond? Option A, gold. Option B, coal. Option C, bauxite. Option D, iron ore. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is coal. Coal is often referred to as black diamond due to its importance and multiple uses. Question: which of the following is a non-conventional energy source? Option A, natural gas. Option B, coal. Option C, wind power. Option D, petroleum. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is wind power. Wind power is a non-conventional energy source as it is renewable and sustainable. Question: what is the primary use of beryllium oxide? Option A, as a catalyst in nuclear reactors. Option B, in the production of aluminum. Option C, for making jewelry. Option D, as a fuel source. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is as a catalyst in nuclear reactors. Beryllium oxide is used as a catalyst or moderator in reactors producing nuclear energy. Question: what is the main reason for the increased use of non-conventional energy sources? Option A, to increase fossil fuel consumption. Option B, to reduce environmental pollution. Option C, to promote industrialization. Option D, to enhance urbanization. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to reduce environmental pollution. The increased use of non-conventional energy sources is essential to reduce environmental pollution and combat global warming. Question: which state is known for producing wind power in India? Option A, Haryana. Option B, Tamil Nadu. Option C, Bihar. Option D, Kerala. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is one of the leading states in India for producing wind power. Question: which mineral is primarily used in the manufacture of aluminum? Option A, iron ore. Option B, bauxite. Option C, copper. Option D, zinc. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is bauxite. Bauxite is the primary ore used in the manufacture of aluminum. Question: what is the largest producer of gold in India? Option A, Kolar. Option B, Hatti. Option C, Raichur. Option D, Anantpur. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Hatti. Hatti is currently the largest producer of gold in India. Question: what is the primary purpose of the Global Positioning System, GPS? Option A, to provide internet access. Option B, to indicate the location of an object or person. Option C, to measure temperature. Option D, to track weather patterns. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to indicate the location of an object or person. The GPS is designed to indicate the location of a stationary or moving object by providing latitude, longitude, and height above sea level. Question: which of the following is not a major port in India? Option A, Mumbai. Option B, Chennai. Option C, Kochi. Option D, Delhi. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option D, which is Delhi. Delhi is not a port, it is an inland city, while Mumbai, Chennai, and Kochi are all major ports in India. Question: which technology is used to gather information about the Earth's surface without physical contact? Option A, GPS. Option B, remote sensing. Option C, telecommunication. Option D, satellite navigation. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is remote sensing. Remote sensing technology collects information about the Earth's surface from a distance, typically using satellites. Question: which of the following is a significant use of GPS technology? Option A, to send emails. Option B, to manage transport movement. Option C. To create video games. Option D. To cook food. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to manage transport movement. GPS is widely used by transport authorities to manage the movement of vehicles and ensure efficient routing. Question: What is the main function of national highways in India? Option A. To connect rural areas. Option B. To connect state capitals and major ports. Option C. To provide scenic routes. Option D. To serve as local roads. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to connect state capitals and major ports. National highways are important roads that connect various state capitals, major ports, and industrial cities across the country. Question: What is the name of India's regional GPS system? Option A. Navig. Option B. Galileo. Option C. GLONASS. Option D. GPS 3. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is Navig. India's regional GPS system is called Navig, which consists of a constellation of satellites for navigation. Question: Which port is referred to as the Gateway of India? Option A. Kolkata. Option B. Mumbai. Option C. Chennai. Option D. Visakhapatnam. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Mumbai. Mumbai port is commonly known as the Gateway of India due to its historical significance and location. Question: What is one of the main advantages of remote sensing technology? Option A. It requires physical contact with the object. Option B. It is a fast and low-cost information collection system. Option C. It can only be used for weather forecasting. Option D. It is limited to urban areas. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is it is a fast and low-cost information collection system. Remote sensing provides a fast and cost-effective way to collect information about the Earth's surface without physical contact. Question: How many international airports are managed by the Airport Authority of India? Option A. 5. Option B. 11. Option C. 15. Option D. 20. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is 11. The Airport Authority of India manages a total of 11 international airports across the country. Question: What is the primary role of communication media? Option A. To entertain only. Option B. To reach a large number of people simultaneously. Option C. To provide transportation. Option D. To manage natural resources. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to reach a large number of people simultaneously. The primary role of communication media is to reach a large audience simultaneously, facilitating the dissemination of information.
Question: which region is known for the concentration of sugar industries? Option A, Ganga River Plain. Option B, Hooghly region. Option C, Mumbai-Pune region. Option D, Ahmedabad-Vadodara region. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is Ganga River Plain. Sugar industries are concentrated in the Ganga River Plain due to favorable agricultural conditions. Question: what was the first paper industry in India established? Option A, Mumbai. Option B, Sempur. Option C, Kolkata. Option D, Pali. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Sempur. The first paper industry in India was established in Sempur, West Bengal, in 1840. Question: in which year was the first cotton textile industry established in India? Option A, 1854. Option B, 1867. Option C, 1951. Option D, 2008. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is 1854. The first cotton textile industry in India was established in 1854 at Mumbai and Bharuch. Question: which state is known as the Silicon City of India? Option A, Maharashtra. Option B, Karnataka. Option C, Tamil Nadu. Option D, Andhra Pradesh. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Karnataka. Bangalore, located in Karnataka, is referred to as the Silicon City of India due to its prominence in the IT industry. Question: how many paper mills are there approximately in India? Option A, 378. Option B, 568. Option C, 1000. Option D, 2000. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is 568. There are about 568 paper mills in India, as mentioned in the provided information. Question: which of the following is not a type of industry mentioned? Option A, large-scale industries. Option B, medium-scale industries. Option C, textile industries. Option D, small-scale industries. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is textile industries. While textile industries are important, they are not classified as a type of industry in the context provided. The types mentioned are large scale, medium scale, and small scale. Question: what is the primary raw material for the paper industry? Option A, cotton. Option B, bamboo. Option C, wood pulp. Option D, grass. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is bamboo. The primary raw materials for the paper industry include bamboo, wood pulp, and grass, with bamboo being a significant source. Question: what year was the Software Technology Parks (STP) established in India? Option A, 1980. Option B, 1991. Option C, 2000. Option D, 2005. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is 1991. The Indian government established Software Technology Parks, STP, in 1991 to encourage the development of the software industry. Question: which of the following states is not mentioned as having developed biotechnology? Option A, Uttar Pradesh. Option B, Karnataka. Option C, Haryana. Option D, Maharashtra. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option D, which is Maharashtra. Maharashtra is not listed among the prominent states that have developed biotechnology according to the provided information. Question: what is the main focus of advanced technology in India? Option A, agriculture. Option B, textiles. Option C, information technology. Option D, defense and communication. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option D, which is defense and communication. Advanced technology in India focuses on various sectors, including defense, communication, and satellite launching.
Question: what are cyclones primarily caused by? Option A, heavy rainfall. Option B, intense heating of ocean waters. Option C, earthquakes. Option D, deforestation. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is intense heating of ocean waters. Cyclones originate due to intense heating of ocean waters, particularly in areas like the Bay of Bengal, leading to the formation of humid and unstable air masses. Question: during which months are cyclones most frequently observed in India? Option A, January to February. Option B, March to April. Option C, May to June and October to November. Option D, July to August. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is May to June and October to November. Cyclones in India are most frequently observed during the months of May to June and October to November. Question: what is one of the major effects of cyclones? Option A, increased agricultural yield. Option B, destruction of crops. Option C, improved transport links. Option D, reduction in infectious diseases. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is destruction of crops. Cyclones cause large-scale destruction of crops, severely impacting agriculture in affected areas. Question: which of the following is a preventive measure against cyclones? Option A, ignoring weather forecasts. Option B, evacuating people from low-lying areas. Option C, building more dams. Option D, planting trees in cyclone-prone areas. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is evacuating people from low-lying areas. Evacuating people from low-lying areas is a crucial preventive measure to protect lives during cyclones. Question: what is a common consequence of cyclones on public health? Option A: decrease in infectious diseases. Option B: increase in infectious diseases. Option C: improved healthcare access. Option D: no impact on health. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is increase in infectious diseases. Cyclone-hit areas often suffer from outbreaks of infectious diseases due to the destruction of infrastructure and sanitation. Question: what is the term used for natural disasters like cyclones, earthquakes, and floods? Option A: man-made disasters. Option B: natural calamities. Option C: environmental changes. Option D: meteorological events. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is natural calamities. Natural disasters, including cyclones, earthquakes, and floods, are referred to as natural calamities. Question: which of the following is not a cause of floods? Option A: heavy rainfall. Option B: accumulation of silt in rivers. Option C: earthquakes in the sea. Option D: increased agricultural practices. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option D, which is increased agricultural practices. Increased agricultural practices are not a direct cause of floods, rather, they can contribute to other environmental issues. Question: what is one of the effects of earthquakes? Option A: improved infrastructure. Option B: loss of life and destruction of property. Option C: increased tourism. Option D: enhanced agricultural productivity. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is loss of life and destruction of property. Earthquakes can lead to significant loss of life and destruction of property due to their violent nature. Question: what is the most effective method of preventing coastal erosion? Option A: building concrete walls. Option B: growing mangrove forests. Option C: dredging the coastline. Option D: removing vegetation. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is growing mangrove forests. Growing mangrove forests along the coast is considered the most effective method of preventing coastal erosion due to their natural protective properties. Question: what is a recommended precaution during an earthquake? Option A: stay indoors and hide under heavy furniture. Option B: run outside immediately. Option C: use elevators to evacuate. Option D: ignore the tremors. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is stay indoors and hide under heavy furniture. During an earthquake, it is recommended to stay indoors and take cover under heavy furniture to protect oneself from falling debris. Question: what is the primary goal of rural development? Option A, urbanization. Option B, improvement of social and economic status of rural people. Option C, industrialization. Option D, migration to cities. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is improvement of social and economic status of rural people. Rural development aims to improve the social and economic status of rural people by utilizing local resources effectively. Question: which of the following is not a problem faced by rural areas? Option A, poverty. Option B, unemployment. Option C, overpopulation. Option D, illiteracy. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is overpopulation. Overpopulation is typically associated with urban areas, while rural areas face issues like poverty, unemployment, and illiteracy. Question: what does the term decentralization refer to in the context of rural development? Option A, centralized control of resources. Option B, distribution of power to local governments. Option C, migration of people to cities. Option D, reduction of local governance. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is distribution of power to local governments. Decentralization involves distributing administrative power to local governments, allowing communities to manage their own development. Question: what is the 3-tier system of Panchayat Raj institutions? Option A, village, district, state. Option B, Grama Panchayat, Taluk Panchayat, Jilla Panchayat. Option C, urban, suburban, rural. Option D, local, regional, national. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Grama Panchayat, Taluk Panchayat, Jilla Panchayat. The 3-tier system consists of Grama Panchayat, village level, Taluk Panchayat, block level, and Jilla Panchayat, district level. Question: which program aims to provide employment and alleviate poverty in rural areas? Option A, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Project, NGNREGP. Option B, National Urban Livelihoods Mission. Option C, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Option D, Make in India. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Project, NGNREGP. MGNREGP is specifically designed to provide guaranteed employment and reduce poverty in rural areas. Question: what is the purpose of the Pura initiative? Option A, to promote urban migration. Option B, to provide urban amenities in rural areas. Option C, to centralize rural governance. Option D, to eliminate rural industries. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to provide urban amenities in rural areas. Pura stands for providing urban amenities in rural areas, aimed at enhancing the quality of life in rural regions. Question: which of the following is a key component of rural development? Option A, industrial factories. Option B, cottage industries. Option C, urban housing. Option D, corporate farming. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is cottage industries. Cottage industries are essential for rural development as they provide employment and enhance local economies. Question: What is the significance of the 73rd Amendment to the Constitution of India? Option A, it abolished the Panchayat Raj system. Option B, it established a uniform system of Panchayat Raj institutions. Option C, it centralized power in the state government. Option D, it focused solely on urban development. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is it established a uniform system of Panchayat Raj institutions. The 73rd Amendment established a uniform system of Panchayat Raj institutions, giving them constitutional status. Question: Which of the following is a housing program mentioned for rural development? Option A, Indira Awas Yojana. Option B, Smart City Mission. Option C, Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation. Option D, National Housing Bank Scheme. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, which is Indira Awas Yojana. Indira Awas Yojana is a housing program aimed at providing shelter to the rural poor. Question: What is the role of Panchayat Raj institutions in rural development? Option A, to centralize decision making. Option B, to provide basic facilities and promote community participation. Option C, to eliminate local governance. Option D, to focus only on urban areas. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to provide basic facilities and promote community participation. Panchayat Raj institutions facilitate community participation and provide essential services and infrastructure in rural areas.
Question: What is the primary purpose of public finance? Option A, to manage personal finances. Option B, to collect revenue for government expenditure. Option C, to regulate private businesses. Option D, to provide loans to citizens. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to collect revenue for government expenditure. Public finance is primarily concerned with the collection of revenue through taxes and other means to fund government expenditure for public services and welfare. Question: What is a surplus budget? Option A, when expenditure exceeds income. Option B, when income exceeds expenditure. Option C, when income and expenditure are equal. Option D, when there is no budget. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is when income exceeds expenditure. A surplus budget occurs when the government's income is greater than its expenditure, indicating a positive financial position. Question: Which of the following is a type of indirect tax? Option A, income tax. Option B, property tax. Option C, service tax. Option D, wealth tax. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is service tax. Service tax is an example of an indirect tax, which is levied on services rather than on income or profits. Question: what does fiscal deficit indicate? Option A, excess of revenue over expenditure. Option B, the amount the government needs to borrow. Option C, total revenue collected. Option D, the amount spent on public welfare. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is the amount the government needs to borrow. Fiscal deficit indicates the actual burden on the government treasury, showing how much the government needs to borrow to cover its expenditures. Question: which of the following is not a source of non-tax revenue? Option A, profits from the Reserve Bank of India. Option B, fees and penalties. Option C, income tax. Option D, revenue from public sector industries. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is income tax. Income tax is a form of tax revenue, not non-tax revenue. Non-tax revenue includes profits from government enterprises and fees. Question: what is planned capital expenditure? Option A, expenditure on administrative costs. Option B, expenditure on long-term developmental projects. Option C, expenditure on interest payments. Option D, expenditure on subsidies. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is expenditure on long-term developmental projects. Planned capital expenditure refers to spending on long-term developmental projects aimed at economic growth, such as infrastructure. Question: what is the role of the finance minister in the budget process? Option A, to approve the budget. Option B, to present the budget in Parliament. Option C, to collect taxes. Option D, to manage public expenditure. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to present the budget in Parliament. The finance minister is responsible for preparing and presenting the budget in Parliament, where it is discussed and approved. Question: which of the following is a characteristic of a deficit budget? Option A, income equals expenditure. Option B, expenditure exceeds income. Option C, income exceeds expenditure. Option D, no budget is presented. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is expenditure exceeds income. A deficit budget occurs when the government's expenditure is greater than its income, leading to a need for borrowing. Question: what is the main purpose of capital receipts? Option A, to fund day-to-day government operations. Option B, to create new assets in the economy. Option C, to pay off existing debts. Option D, to provide subsidies to citizens. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to create new assets in the economy. Capital receipts are intended to be used for creating new assets and funding developmental projects in the economy. Question: what is the formula for calculating fiscal deficit? Option A, total revenue, total expenditure. Option B, revenue receipts plus non-debt capital receipts, total expenditure. Option C, total expenditure, total revenue. Option D, revenue expenditure, revenue receipts. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is revenue receipts plus non-debt capital receipts, total expenditure. The fiscal deficit formula is calculated as revenue receipts plus non-debt capital receipts, total expenditure.
Question: which of the following best describes entrepreneurship? Option A: a process of managing existing businesses. Option B: a creative activity that involves establishing new enterprises. Option C: a method of increasing government revenue. Option D: a strategy for reducing competition. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is a creative activity that involves establishing new enterprises. Entrepreneurship is defined as a creative activity that involves the process of establishing new enterprises and taking risks to innovate. Question: which of the following is not a characteristic of an entrepreneur? Option A: risk-taking. Option B: innovative thinking. Option C: avoiding competition. Option D: leadership skills. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is avoiding competition. Avoiding competition is not a characteristic of an entrepreneur, rather, entrepreneurs often seek to compete and innovate in the market. Question: what is the primary role of an entrepreneur in the economy? Option A: to manage government policies. Option B: to provide large-scale employment. Option C: to regulate market prices. Option D: to control inflation. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to provide large-scale employment. Entrepreneurs provide large-scale employment to artisans, technically qualified persons, and professionals, which is crucial for economic growth. Question: what does the term capital formation refer to in entrepreneurship? Option A: the process of increasing government funds. Option B: the mobilization of idle savings for investment. Option C: the reduction of business costs. Option D: the establishment of monopolies. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is the mobilization of idle savings for investment. Capital formation refers to the mobilization of idle savings of the public, which entrepreneurs use to set up their enterprises. Question: how do entrepreneurs contribute to the GDP of a country? Option A: by increasing government spending. Option B: by creating new products and services. Option C: by reducing taxes. Option D: by controlling inflation. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is by creating new products and services. Entrepreneurs contribute to the GDP by creating new products and services, which stimulates economic activity and growth. Question: what is one of the main benefits of entrepreneurship for consumers? Option A: higher prices for goods. Option B: limited product choices. Option C: better quality goods at lower prices. Option D: increased government regulation. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is better quality goods at lower prices. Entrepreneurs enable consumers to avail better quality goods at lower prices, improving their standard of living. Question: which institution is primarily responsible for supporting small and medium enterprises in India? Option A, Reserve Bank of India. Option B, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. Option C, Securities and Exchange Board of India. Option D, Indian National Bank. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. The Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises is responsible for promoting and supporting small and medium enterprises in India. Question: what is the significance of self-employment in entrepreneurship? Option A, it reduces competition. Option B, it provides job security. Option C, it is a backbone of the economy. Option D, it increases government control. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is it is a backbone of the economy. Self-employment is considered the backbone of the economy as it creates jobs and fosters innovation. Question: what is the main goal of an entrepreneur? Option A, to minimize risks. Option B, to maximize profits. Option C, to avoid competition. Option D, to follow government regulations. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to maximize profits. The main goal of an entrepreneur is to maximize profits by identifying and exploiting business opportunities. Question: which of the following is an example of self-employment? Option A, a corporate manager. Option B, a government employee. Option C, a corner tea shop owner. Option D, a bank executive. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is a corner tea shop owner. A corner tea shop owner is an example of self-employment, as they run their own business independently. Question: what is the main aim of the consumer movement? Option A, to promote consumer exploitation. Option B, to safeguard consumer interests. Option C, to increase prices of goods. Option D, to eliminate competition. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to safeguard consumer interests. The main aim of the consumer movement is to safeguard consumer interests and protect them from exploitation by traders. Question: which act is a significant step in consumer protection in India? Option A, Essential Commodities Act. Option B, Consumer Protection Act 1986. Option C, Weights and Measures Act. Option D, Act Against Adulteration. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Consumer Protection Act 1986. The Consumer Protection Act 1986 is a significant step in protecting consumer rights and interests in India. Question: What right allows consumers to be informed about the quality and quantity of goods? Option A: Right to choice. Option B: Right to information. Option C: Right to redressal. Option D: Right to education. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is right to information. The right to information ensures that consumers are informed about the quality, quantity, and other important aspects of goods. Question: Who is the chairman of the National Consumer Protection Council? Option A: District Commissioner. Option B: Minister in charge of Consumer Affairs at state level. Option C: Judge of the Supreme Court. Option D: Minister in charge of Consumer Affairs at central government. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option D, which is Minister in charge of Consumer Affairs at central government. The Minister in charge of Consumer Affairs at the central government is the chairman of the National Consumer Protection Council. Question: What is the maximum claim value that can be entertained by the district forum? Option A: 5 lakhs rupees. Option B: 10 lakhs rupees. Option C: 20 lakhs rupees. Option D: 1 crore rupees. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is 20 lakhs rupees. The district forum can entertain complaints where the value of goods and services is less than 20 lakhs rupees. Question: Which of the following is not a right of consumers? Option A: Right to be heard. Option B: Right to stop exploitation. Option C: Right to unlimited choices. Option D: Right to consumer education. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is right to unlimited choices. While consumers have the right to a variety of goods, there is no specific right to unlimited choices mentioned in consumer rights. Question: What is required to file a complaint in a consumer court? Option A: A lawyer. Option B: A prescribed pro forma. Option C: A typed or handwritten complaint. Option D: A fee or stamp duty. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option C, which is a typed or handwritten complaint. To file a complaint in a consumer court, a typed or handwritten complaint is sufficient, no prescribed pro forma is required. Question: What is the role of the State Commission in consumer disputes? Option A: To handle complaints below 5 lakhs rupees. Option B: To handle complaints exceeding 20 lakhs rupees but not more than 1 crore rupees. Option C: To handle all consumer complaints. Option D: To provide consumer education. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is to handle complaints exceeding 20 lakhs rupees but not more than 1 crore rupees. The State Commission entertains complaints of claim value exceeding 20 lakhs rupees but not more than 1 crore rupees. Question: Which organization started the consumer movement in India? Option A: Indian Association of Consumers. Option B, Aware. Option C, Federation of Consumer Organization. Option D, National Consumer Protection Council. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is Aware. The consumer movement in India began with the Aware, the Association of Women Against Rising Expenses, movement in 1965. Question: what is the right of consumers to seek redressal against unfair trade practices? Option A, right to information. Option B, right to redressal. Option C, right to choice. Option D, right to healthy environment. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option B, which is right to redressal. The right to redressal allows consumers to seek compensation and address grievances against unfair trade practices.